Hey yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening with you all? It's your boy Gold Phoenix in the flesh, rise from the ashes and be blessed. You know what it is? Listen up. Yes, I'm still in Denver. Yes, my truck is still in the shop. They're waiting to get a tech on it right now. And then they found a recall that has to do with some software crap, whatever, to do with the dash, which is crazy to me. I'm like, dang, I had a recall on the dashboard. Like, ain't that something? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that sorted out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I'll be out of here soon. But I don't really have high hopes. You know what it is. With a Peterbilt, when you go into the shop, you probably just gonna be in the shop. You feel me? But anyway, that's beside the point. Yves Saint Laurent Y EDP. This is more of a popular one that I have. Just felt like keeping it real lackadaisical today. You know what I'm saying? Just real calm, cool, and collected. I don't feel like doing too much. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. I'm still your girl's best guy friend. Do not read the messages. I promise you'll cry. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Before we get into the subject, I'm going to address this as I have addressed multiple times. I've been going through some comments on some of my older videos and stuff like that. And I have been asked time and time again a question that should be very obvious to every single one of you already. Who do you drive for? Who do you train for? So on and so forth. The reason I do not say my company's name or show their logos is not because I don't want to tell you guys. It's no secret I roll with the Springfield Mafia. It just is what it is. The reason I don't do those things, though, is because if I do it, then I become a representative for them because of my affiliation with them. You see what I'm saying? Which means I have to be very careful about what I say. I have to worry about getting phone calls from, so-and-so at the company. Hey, can you take this down? Can you redact this? I don't want to deal with that. I want to be able to say the things that I want to say. I want to be able to mean what it is that I say unapologetically. It's the only way for me to continue being my pure self, tell you guys the honest truth from my perspective as I see things. The second I involve them, all of that goes out the window. There are plenty of people at the company who would disagree and be like, well, I've never had these issues. Well, I don't even want to give it the opportunity to metastasize into a problem. Therefore, I keep them out of it. It just is what it is, man. I'm not keeping secrets or anything like that. I am just protecting the very thing that drew you guys to my channel in the first place, which is the fact that I could just be real and say what I want. The only thing I don't really do on here is curse. On other platforms, it's a completely different story. But YouTube, the algorithm doesn't like it. And I don't want my channel to be even more suppressed than it probably already is. You know what I mean? But that's not what I wanted to discuss. Now for the main topic. I swear everybody needs to have that. Drug use. The last time I was in Denver, I was here for 2 weeks, right? And of course, I didn't just sit in the hotel room. I was going out. I was going to all the nice restaurants. I'm spending money, you know what I'm saying? See a little tenderoni up north type, you know what I'm saying? Little cute chick, and life was good. I was chilling. The one thing I did not do is inhale any of the herbs that are legal for recreational use in this state. I refuse to do it because it is federally illegal. And frankly, I make too much freaking money to put it on the line for a high. It's not that important to me. If I could choose making $4 or $5, $6, $7,000 a week versus getting high, what do you think I'm gonna pick? I get high every time I get a settlement. Like, bro, like, what? I don't need to smoke nothing. I don't need to snort nothing. I don't need none of that, bro. The most I might do is drink a little bit. Yeah, I seen I was drunk in the last video, but my truck is down. I haven't consumed any alcohol today. Like, I drink responsibly. I'm not out in the streets. I'm in this environment. My student next door. It's very controlled. I do things in a smart way. Plus, I don't just drink around any random person, which is why I tend to do it by myself a lot of the time because I don't trust people. But Actually had a friend call me an alcoholic because I drink by myself sometimes, but whatever. Point is, I understand that I have a lot to lose if I screw up. Therefore, I do not do these things. I just don't do it. I've only been into a dispensary one time, and the only reason I did that was because they had a bathroom, and I went in, lit the atmosphere up, walked right out. You feel me? Like, that's because the ship where I was at didn't have any. It was in Oregon, but that's neither here nor there. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I know this guy who just got hemmed up on some drug stuff. He was at my company. Yeah, came from like Stevens Transport or something, came over here. He was making more. He was doing better. But he could not give up that vice of lighting up a spliff here and there. You know what I'm saying? Raw papers. Couldn't give up the vice. What ended up happening was he was moving funny. The company knows where the truck is. He was at the terminal. The truck was somewhere else, whatever. They found that suspicious. They call him up. They said, hey, yo, go get your truck. He doesn't go get it. Now they tell him, hey, yo, you got to take a drug test, which, segue, after my 2 weeks in Denver, the first thing my company did was drug test me. Passed with flying colors, of course. I'm like, what else would you expect from me? They tell me you got to take a drug test. Him thinking he was going to be slick with it, came with the goddamn, the false liquid, if you know what I mean. Test came back inconclusive. Now you got to take it again. This time, there is somebody watching you, right? It's not a dude watching the meat point at the cup and the liquids drain from the meat into the cup. I ain't you. I don't know about you, that's mad uncomfortable. I don't want to be in that position. I know soldiers go through it. I ain't never been in the military. Shout out my brother, he did 4 years. And he's the reason I never joined, because he taught me out of it when I went to the recruiting office. But regardless, he decides to take it upon himself to quit and find another job after, because if you refuse a drug test, it's basically the same as failing anyway. So he goes, finds another job, goes to this company out of Iowa, thinking everything is going to be all peaches and cream. It's regional, I can get home more often, whatever. I'm still making tight, good money. All right, cool. My company gets the results back, and of course he popped hot. What do you think happened? They put that joint on the DAT report, clearinghouse type, whatever, and the other company that you had just went to seen it. All right? What do you think happened? Hey, yo, we're gonna load you up here to Iowa. All right? We're gonna load you to Iowa. So when you get to the yard, hey, we're gonna need you to get your stuff up, turn in your keys, you're done. Screwed himself out of a bag. And for what? To smoke a little weed, bro? A little ganja? I'm not gonna say I've never done it. I was in high school at one point in time. I was 16 years old at one time. I'm about to be 24 years old this month on the December 22nd. I turned 24. I don't have time to play those games. Some people might be arguing, well, you're still young. You got all the time in the world. No, I don't. Because I do not believe that my young years are the time to screw up and go have fun and all this other stuff. There will never be a time where I have this much energy and ability to focus, this few of bills, because I live with my father. He put me in a position where I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. So I can just stack bread and live my life for the time being until he changes his mind. I don't know when that'll happen, but so far I'm good, right? I can utilize this time to put myself in a position to get ahead later on in life. You think for a second I would ever risk that to smoke a little bit of pot? I don't even mix business with pleasure as far as the females. Don't get it twisted. I love to get a little extracurricular and some viscous insides. I love it. I do. But I got money I gotta make, bro. I gotta make money. And if getting that is gonna get in the way of making money, guess what? I almost said a B word, but this female, this woman, gonna have to wait until I ain't got nothing else to do. Priorities, bro. The most I have ever made in 1 month, right? The most I ever made in 1 month is $22,000 net. That's in the pocket, right? Knowing that I have that earning potential at the age of 23 going on 24, and all I gotta do is don't do drugs, be safe, and keep my meat in my pants most of the time. That's not a hard trade-off. It really is not a hard trade-off. I can't wrap my head around these people who actually will risk their license, their livelihood. You know what'll happen to you if you pop hot in this industry? You're practically done. Like, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're done. You are willing to risk this type of earning potential to get high. Oh, I got it under control. I got the fake urine with the... You could do so much. You could be so well. And you know what's crazy? Me saying that number, some people are gonna believe it, others are not. I don't care. What I will say is there are owner-operators who make more than that. I personally know some that make that in a week. Like, they make me look impoverished. It's actually quite crazy. If I was married, I'd be a very rich man if she was down for the cause. But that's neither here nor there. You could do so good. You can move your family. If you got kids, a wife that rely on you, any of that, put them in a better spot. There are people who have come into the industry from the hood, I don't know, Baltimore, whatever, and they end up moving to a nice suburb somewhere else where it's safe and their kids can go to a better school and get a better education, you know? And they know their wife, while they're gone, is in a safe place. Though she probably still got that whammer next to the bed, you know what I'm saying? Pop, pop, you know what I'm saying? Breaking that door if you want to. But they don't have to go to bed at night with that paranoia. Trucking did that. You are willing to risk that ability because you cannot get your vices under control. If you are somebody like that, in my opinion, in my eyes, you are the scum beneath my feet. Like, you're disgusting to me. You're just gross. I have no respect for that. Because I know what trucking has done for my life. I know what I've been able to accomplish because of it. And to me, it's just not worth the risk for a little petty vice. That's just my opinion. A long time ago, people were calling me a wannabe Trucker Brown because I promoted the same message that he was, which is don't do drugs, don't abuse alcohol, don't abuse sex type, whatever. And I agree with him 100%. Following those principles has done nothing but good things for my life. That's just the truth. He was not wrong. And seeing this kind of thing happen to people who I've either known or been affiliated with or had conversations with, so on and so forth, shows that clearly that message isn't resonating with a lot of you. And that's not to say that TB got it wrong. He did his best and continues to do his best. But you can't help stupid, and some of you are just flat out freaking idiots. Like, it just... Don't do the drugs. You want to drive a truck? Don't do drugs. You want to do drugs? Don't drive a truck. It's not rocket science. You can't have your cake and eat it too. In order to get something out of this universe, it requires a sacrifice. You will never gain anything if you aren't willing to give something up. And as a man, you got to be willing to die for something or somebody. I die by it. I done had a few close calls in this industry, but I still believe in it. I gave up really watching my nephew grow up, you know what I'm saying? Relationships, having a stable one for the most part. That's out the window. I got stuff to do. These vices ain't worth it. But that's just my opinion. Food for thought. Just something to think about. Hopefully you learn something from this. If not, well, it's only a matter of time before it catches up to you. Anyway, as I always tell you guys, be happy, stay blessed. Do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. It might end up being the best decision you ever made. I'm going to go drink some water. I'm Gold Phoenix, and I'm out.